Allah does not look at your appearance and possessions, but He looks at your hearts and deeds. Stay away from envy, for envy eats up good deeds as fire eats firewood. Whatever you spend on your family will be a source of reward from Allah. Even a piece of food that you put in your wife's mouth. The best among you are those with the most noble character. By Allah, in whose hands my soul is, a person does not believe until he loves his brother as he loves himself. An intelligent human is a human who likes to receive and ask for advice. If you want to praise someone, praise Allah, because there is no human being more giving to you and more gentle to you than Allah. Science is the life of the mind. A person who is afraid to cry, then he must learn to be kind to people who cry. It's hard to be patient, but wasting the reward of patience is far worse. Man knows that he is weak, but strangely he continues to disobey him, Allah the Most Strong. Do not look down on every Muslim. Even the weakest in faith is great in the eyes of Allah. We are tested with hardship, so we are patient, but when tested with pleasure luxury, we are almost impatient. Beautiful people are not always good people, but good people are always beautiful. The real you is what you do when no one is looking at you. When you are worried and anxious about something, get into it, because the fear of dealing with it is more disturbing than something you are afraid of yourself. Don't say words that you yourself don't like to hear when someone else says them to you. Never make a decision in anger, and never make a promise in happiness. And verily He is the one who makes people laugh and cry. Do not grieve. Indeed, Allah is always with us. Verily, Allah will not change the condition of a people until they change what is in themselves. Indeed, we have created man in the best of forms. So never let the life of this world deceive you, and be patient. Indeed, the promise of Allah is true, and whoever fears Allah, Allah will make it easy for him in his affairs. Allah does not burden a person but according to his ability. Does he not realize that Allah sees everything he does? This world is like a shadow. If you try to catch him, he will run away. But if you turn your back on him, he has no choice but to follow you. Don't grieve. Whatever you lose will come back in another form. My sin weighs heavily on me, but when I measure it by your mercy, O Allah, your forgiveness is greater. The only reason we exist in this world is to bear witness to the oneness of God. Don't love people who don't love Allah. If they can leave Allah, they will leave you too. We are creatures who like to blame from the outside, not realizing that problems usually come from within.